Good morning. Welcome to Carol's Books and Storytime. This time I have some thoughts about flowers and about children. So I've called it Children Are Our Flowers. My beautiful purple flowering Busy Lizzie and other plants, watered and fed. Instructions left for my daughter to water them at least twice for the duration I was away. I locked up my house and started my long journey up to the north of England to see my new grandson. Imagine my horror on returning after a week's absence to find all my plants flourishing but for one. My pride and joy, the one with the largest purple flowers, collapsed. Its lovely long stems like strings laid out on the dry earth of the flower pot, the leaves limp and some quite shriveled and dead. I touched the soil in the pot. It was dry as an old bone. Quickly I filled my lime green washing up bowl with water and sprinkled a tablespoonful of Dead Sea salt crystals into it. Then plunged the pot containing my dying pot right into the middle. The soil with its entangled roots rose out of the pot. Quickly I soaked it with even more water, making the soil quite sodden, and then I went to bed. The following morning, what a transformation! The plant stood proudly like a queen in the sink, with all its stems firm and sturdy, its remaining bud full and ready to burst joyously into flower. I felt the soil. It was moist to the touch, and I looked at the level of water in the green bowl. It was nearly dry. I poured more in, and the plant's roots drank greedily. I thought long and deep about this incident, and this is the lesson I learned from it. My plants are tropical. Out of their natural habitat in the tropics, they will not survive without care and attention from a human being. They can survive outside in the summer, but in the winter I must bring them in to shelter them from the cold and feed them, water them and nurture them. Without my care, they will die. Just in time, I rescued my plant. I gave it the food and medicine and water it so desperately needed. I took off the leaves that would not recover. So it is with children. They are our flowers. They do not ask to come into this world. My plant did not ask to come to the UK. Children are born into this world as the result of an act, and I would hope that it is an act that demonstrates true love between two people. Children deserve the love, nurture, and protection of both their mother and their father. In my travels, I've come across children who are suffering because of abandonment. Recently, I held in my arms a baby that looked as if he was a month old at the most. His rigid little body did not relax in my arms, but he sucked eagerly at the bottle I held for him. I talked to him, but there was no response in his dark little eyes. A year on, I found that the baby I held in my arms was in fact a 3-year-old child who, because of love shown him by his foster mother, good food, and plenty of visual and tactile stimulation, was fast-tracking through all the stages of baby development that he should have gone through. It's like she stepped in at the nick of time, like I stepped in the nick of time with my plant and gave it the love and nourishment it needed. So did the foster mother rescue that little boy. If children do not have the love and care they need and they deserve, they will not thrive. Their minds will not develop to their full potential. Their growth will be stunted. Like my plant, they need good food and loving, consistent care. They deserve to be nurtured, loved, educated, and protected. If you have children, then please look after them like the precious little flowers they are. If you do not have children, then perhaps you can help support those that do look after the abandoned little ones, or even support those in your wider family that do have children. Grannies, grandpas, aunties, and uncles can all play a part in nurturing the children within the extended family. If you adopt, then please remember they are not your flesh and blood. They do not share your genes, but they do deserve to be loved and nurtured. They do deserve forever homes and families. Children are your flowers. Look after them. Okay, those are my thoughts on children who I love very dearly and plants that I love very dearly as well. The same can also be said of animals. Animals need love. They need care. They need attention, especially if we domesticate them. And everything needs kindness and also firmness. So, with those few thoughts, I will leave you. As I said, remember, children are your flowers. Goodbye.